was talking to. Are we live now? Yeah. Flipping took your time, and it wasn't me.
Online booking system. Does that mean you don't have to speak to the receptionist anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Good.
You call me a receptionist. You call me God or something like that. I was going to give you a bollocking, right, for not waiting for me.
Were you?
Yeah, for letting the monkey cut your hair.
That's what I thought.
That's why. That's why I didn't let the monkey do it.
Yeah.
Not because you think I'm brilliant.
You haven't noticed, have you?
I walked in and I thought.
Notice what? Notice what? What are you looking at? Just I just bumped into him and he didn't tell me. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, look at that. Oh, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. Mom. Bastard. I don't think I've got his telephone number. Wait till I see him. You know what he said to me? Because I told him how good looking he was looking. He said, my wife thinks it's another idiot out there who thinks you're better than me. What's going on? Because you know you're not, don't you? You know, no, of course not. You're the rookie. Yeah? And you know that. But they don't know that. Yeah, right. Well, I didn't say anything, of course. Because now I bumped into, you know, the Irish lad who comes in here and he talks about this other guy called John.
Yeah.
Well, I bumped into John. Now, John is the father-in-law of Annie. You remember I told you about Annie? He's got his barber shop in Bath.
Used to be here.
Yeah. He might want somebody a day a week to do something at a time. I thought that might be it. Get training to Bath.
Yeah.
If you know, it's up to you. But you would be there.
Possibility.
Okay. Possibility. Yeah. All right. It's not a yes then.
No.
Okay. And so. Yeah. Back off. Did you know during the war that the Germans suffered from happen shuffle?
Did they?
Yeah, happen shuffle. Yeah. And it lost them the war. So, if that had happened, you know what would be happening now? You would be speaking English with a terrible German accent.
Mm.
Yeah. You know this? You agree?
Mm.
Yeah,
I do.
that's fine. So what did you put in my last marrow?
Same again. Spanish stuffed. Chorizo and tomato.
Do you not have a...
Do I need to find a vegetarian recipe now?
I think you do.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
If your present marrow is, I don't think it's going to get any bigger.
No.
And then and it looks fine. So I would say you will not have to, what's the word? Make it wait. What do you call that? What have you been doing to my marrows? You've not been eating them straight
No, I've
away.
been storing them.
Say again?
Storing them.
Storing them. I think he's stored outside.
Yeah.
I think you will be able to
I've
kill it, cook it
I've still got one left.
immediately.
The last one.
It's only solving. It's been a bad year. Weather. I think last year was still giving you marrows. Yeah.
We're meant to finish it end of September.
Yeah.
So now one more will be good. Thank you.
What about pumpkins? Do you do that?
Yeah, I do pumpkin. I'll do anything.
You stuff pumpkins?
I don't know about stuffing them. I can do a curry with them.
Vegetable curry?
Yeah, it'd have to be vegetable, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
I've got no choice.
You
now.
want a pumpkin?
Yes, please.
How big?
Big one.
I have big.
That'd be nice.
See, my problem is, I bring them home, and my wife, she don't cook them. They just hang around. So,
I will have one.
I give to you. You make decent
Yeah.
portion.
Will do.
Big pumpkin.
Mm.
I won't tell her.
No.
You want container?
What for you?
I bring you a container, then you know how much to give me, yeah? So what will you put in this container, huh?
Yeah.
It will be with herbs and things, yeah?
Come up with something.
Okay. You remember this first marrow you gave me when I was still eating meat?
Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
went
yeah.
off meat after I'd given you that.
No, it wasn't good. No, very nice. But I did cook the marrow some more. Because I
Yes.
think your al dente marrow is...
Yeah, well, I cooked them more now.
You do?
Mm.
You agree?
Yeah.
Why did your wife tell you? She has
She never
strong
does.
teeth? Yeah. She doesn't...
They do
she's-
vary though. Because depends on how long they cook. Well, I cook them for the
Does
same
your
length of time and they do
Does your
vary.
wife touch my marrows?
Yes, yeah, she eats them.
No, but does she cook them?
No.
She's a southerner.
You get a Yorkshire accent.
Never in a million years. Never. No, sorry. Can't even do the one I was trying to do then, can I? Take the piss out of me. Listen, I need a voice coach. You give me a voice coach. I can talk.
Well, for Yorkshire.
Anything, yeah. So, yeah. Nothing comes into my head with Yorkshire. I tell you that. You do some, I mimic you like a parrot. Yeah. Go on. Speak Yorkshire. Pretend you're home with your friends
Oh, I
and your
can't do
mother. Come on, of course you can. You're fucking from Yorkshire. You can't do it. Come on, loosen up. Loosen him up. Give him a beer or something. A whiskey. I haven't got any whiskey left. Yeah, no, drank all the whiskey. Brandy? Do you drink brandy?
No.
Will that loosen you up? No. What do you want? What do you want? Some port?
No, I'm okay, thanks.
Speak Yorkshire. Do Yorkshire German.
The Yorkshire German.
Yeah. So German people in Yorkshire. And if they're in Yorkshire, they'll speak their English with a Yorkshire accent, don't they? Yeah? Or
They
not?
speak like I do.
Like I do. I do.
Yeah,
Was that bit?
that's
I
it.
do. Pretend you're David Eccleston. Because everything he does is in Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, he's a Yorkshireman. The first new Doctor Who.
Is it?
Look!
Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the same thing. What did I say? David?
Yeah.
David Tennant?
Yeah.
He's English, isn't he? Lives in Wales, isn't he?
He's
I want you to know that I kill nothing but fruit flies.
All right.
I've been putting up with this so long, I've had enough. They will not leave. I've got to call in the mirror now. Listen, you kill some. Don't make me so bad. But not if it's on my face. Yeah. Okay. Did you come for a marrow or a haircut?
I came for a haircut.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
It's grown a bit since I sat here.
and so you, like all of you, should be getting your money's worth. You should be very happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I direct him to do a little bit?
You can, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why were you waiting for me then?
Because I knew you'd bollock me if I was sat here first.
Did he say that to you?
No.
No.
Got to turn that off. You want me to do it?
I got what?
Turn that off.
Oh, I see. Okay. No, piss off.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's 3
Now you go see what you're doing now.
How's the boy?
He's okay, thank you. He's not too bad. He's coming home in a couple of weeks.
Is he teaching now?
No, he's doing his course.
He
He started his course in
and
September.
he's
He's got
I
a
see.
year's
He's
course
at
to
college
do.
and I'll send him into schools.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
a school in Kingston now. He's doing in that Millerfina.
Do you think we'll ever get rid of them?
No.
How quickly do they breed? What do you mean no?
No.
We'll have to
Do
leave.
things like that.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you put it in the fridge? Listen, this is a new rule. You come in here with no fruit, okay? No fruit in your beard.
I haven't got
Nothing.
any fruit anyway.
You eat fruit, don't you?
Yeah, there's lots of fruit.
Yeah.
That's probably why they've come out.
Coming out of your
Smell
skin. Well, why are they all over you then? Oh, dear. Why can't they invent self-cleaning mirror? Bastard. Fucking mirrors. I don't know if I'm ever going to get started with you.
No. So I'll come back tomorrow.
No, don't need to leave.
Not if you don't want your haircut till Sunday.
Have you looked at the site near cut?
No, I haven't explored it.
It could be useful. There's certain people that want to do it that way. It'll come on your phone, and
Yeah, I'll look into it when it gets to it.
there'll be a small fee, I'm sure.
Yeah, I imagine it will.
Do you want me to talk, or do you want a quick haircut?
Quick haircut, please.
Good. That's what I
Well, you can
wanted you
talk
to
as
say.
well. Well, you can
Good.
talk as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want you to end up with a
Shut up! You don't talk either. You talk, I don't talk back. Do you understand? Quiet! Just let me rant and rave. And it'll be just as quick. What number? You don't know.
No, I don't know. You know that.
That's great. That's what I like. I like people who say, just do what you like. You know, I know, you need to be.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, when are you going on your next wonderful bird watching holiday? Soon? Is it
No,
all done?
all the holidays are booked now.
This next
They're
year?
done. We're going to Isle of Wight next year.
What bloody birds are in the Isle of Wight?
Nothing.
Sparrows? What are you going there for?
Just for a week. We've gone somewhere where Nathan can go
Okay.
and join us because he's short of holidays and short of money and everything like that. So he said we'd book somewhere when he finishes. his
Shut up,
course.
I'm looking at the Queen. Oh, look at that. Wait till I see him. How dare he not tell me they were waiting for me? Oh, God, that's fantastic. Your Majesty. That should stop me swearing, shouldn't it?
No.
Okay, but you will say. The Queen's in the room.
Mm,
Oh. Have you seen my Queen?
not really.
Because you don't care.
No, I haven't got my glasses on.
Oh, really?
And I need to get up and I don't get up. But then I get sat down again.
Shut up! Do you know I never used to like you?
I know.
I wouldn't go that far and say I didn't like you, but I didn't know you then. You're quite funny, really, aren't you? And you're quite decent, aren't you?
Mm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Who else likes you?
Not many people.
Not many people.
No.
Is that because you're from Yorkshire?
Yeah.
What about when you're in Yorkshire? Do all Yorkshire people like each other, or do they hate everybody?
Yeah, I just hate
They
everybody.
don't like anyone.
Yeah.
Really.
Don't trust
And they don't
anybody.
feel guilty. They're
No.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do revere Yorkshire people. I think they are special. Apart from you, for some reason, you've probably been down here too long, or
Yeah.
you've had too many marrows off of me. How did that all happen? Did I have one here one day? You say, "Oh, I'll have that," or how did we get onto
I
marrows?
can't remember now.
You can't remember. How many years has it been now?
Oh, it was just last year, wasn't it?
I think it was more than last year.
No, it was just last year. Definitely just last year.
Yeah, I started saying, "Oh, would you like a marrow?" Look, I've got marrows. You want one? So, where were you getting your marrows before?
I wasn't getting it.
You wasn't getting them.
No.
You were marrowless.
We picked up an occasional one from a, when they sell them out, when they just stick them in a box at end at road and stuff like that.
Oh, right. But you've got to have a homegrown marrow.
Yeah.
You don't go buy it in the shop. Yeah. That'd be a terrible thing. like buying runner beans. You should buy runner beans in the shop. You should grow your own or steal your neighbours or something.
Mm,
You like runner beans?
I do.
Oh. Sorry. You know why you're not getting any of my runner beans, don't you?
Because can't eat.
No, that's not the real reason. I don't care about that. I could turn runner beans into
alcohol.
No. Jack Daniels. We said Jack Daniels. It's funnier than I've got someone who's mad for runner beans. I provide him with runner beans, and he's ever so generous with alcohol.
Mm.
Yeah. And the first time I gave you, oh yeah, you got me some cheap tablet, didn't you?
Cheap tablet.
Well, I didn't think it was very nice, and that's my taste buds have changed.
I wondered
That
if
that tablet outside that woman's house, she bloody buys it from Woolworths. She didn't make it herself. It was too square, and it was rubbish.
I wonder if they do something different up there because they are a bit different. They're not really Scottish, are they, in Shetland?
It was shit tablet.
And I had some Shetland fudge,
Was that shit?
and I think that was more like tablet
Oh, right.
than
What?
fudge.
Hang on. Why didn't I get them? Because it was fudge.
Well, it was fudge, but I do have a feeling that it was probably more tablet than anything else.
You're not taking advantage of me, are you? By not providing enough tablet
No,
per marrow.
no.
You think marrows are worthless, really?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I would,
Shut up. It's from York because you're from Yorkshire. And you're tight.
I would,
No. It's just you're just born that way.
I would
It's
try,
not. That doesn't make you a bad person.
I will try better on the tablet next time I go up there.
Will you?
Hmm.
You're convincing me and making me feel really bad.
Good.
Do you think I really feel bad?
No.
I do. There's a pain in my chest. Yeah, look, it is. I do. All right. I don't feel bad. I feel like I've let myself down. Is that enough?
It's too
Oh.
much.
Hmm?
It's too much.
Too much what?
Letting yourself down is too much.
That's too much. Okay. Am I protesting too much? That's another thing.
Yeah.
Richard, it's lovely to see you.
Good.
Good. Yeah. I like that. That's good. And you mate. So how's your wife?
She's all right, busy as normal.
Yeah. And what does she like about you? Shall I tell you?
By cooking.
Well, but that's taken for granted. How long have you been married?
6 years now.
Oh, okay. Might still be all right. Once it gets past 15, she won't like anything about you.
That's where it went
That's
last
all.
time.
Hey?
15.
Yeah. You're better off, I would say, marrying someone who doesn't like you in the first place. Because you get married, you think it's going to be wonderful, and you're going to be holding hands all the time, and doing jigsaw puzzles together. Well, no, not jigsaw puzzles together. Going to the theatre and stuff, and then it's nothing. You're lucky if you get a good bollocking like I did.
We're going to the cinema tonight, hopefully.
Oh, well, no, but
Depends when I leave here.
what are you going to see? Which cinema are you
Oh,
going to?
something crap, probably.
Oh,
Well,
so really, your wife is going to the cinema and you're tagging along
yeah,
because it's a chick flick nonsense.
yeah,
load of
she
bollocks.
wants to go to. She likes to go to the cinema and relax. So.
Well, I thought you were from Yorkshire. Why don't you be a man? And if it's a multi-cinema, go and watch something you like.
There's
And
nothing
then
on
see
that
how
I
it
want to
is.
see, really.
Do you want to be sat next to her, munching popcorn,
No.
nudging her when
We
she
don't
falls
do-
asleep?
Yeah, I'll do that. Then.
You will.
Yeah,
good.
I'll nudge her when she falls
You will, because
asleep.
you're from Yorkshire.
Mm.
Oh, I've paid good money for this. Wake up, bitch. I mean, you won't say bitch. You'll just think it, won't you? Isn't that right, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
don't
married. He knows them all.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What did I say? Did I swear at my wife once? Oh, I'd never do it again. Whoa. Bloody hell, I was justified. But, oh,
So how long have you been married then?
Ooh.
You've lost count.
This time.
Ooh, let's see. How old's my daughter? 29. Over 20 years. Over. And do you know what I like and didn't mind? You know, it says neither of us remember the anniversary. I had to write it down and find out, but we don't do anything. We don't give any presents. We don't go anywhere.
No.
We don't celebrate it. And I think that's how it should be. Couples that bloody well celebrate their marriage and bloody go to Disneyland without children should be shot in the foot. But then again, maybe not, because that takes money out of the National Health Service. I'm going to need some money. I'm going to need some help from them at some point. You don't want people being shot in the foot at some point.
Hopefully not.
What do you mean some point? Yeah.
Need some help from them now.
I'm not talking about psychiatric help, because that don't exist anymore. That's that doesn't exist anywhere. That's a load of bollocks. I lost my train of thought. Where was I going with that, Richard?
I have no idea.
I've got no idea. I don't think I do. Oh, it's about wives and stuff.
If I did know, I'd
Not
probably be quite worried.
celebrating. Yeah. So which cinema are you going to? Are you going to?
I just into Trowbridge, yeah.
The Odeon. Listen, what's wrong with you from Yorkshire? You should be going to Frome. It's only £4 a ticket. But you can hear what's happening in the cinema next door. It's so small.
Yeah,
They've got 3.
that would confuse me. Especially when I don't see very well.
Can I? What's your eyesight like?
Terrible.
It's terrible.
Mm.
So, have you got thick pebble glasses or no?
Doesn't help me.
This is.
I just
So when
can't
you go
see
to the
full
cinema,
stop.
you can't even read the subtitles.
No, because I've audio description. I get a set of headphones and everything to do it.
Is that how you do it?
Mm.
Yeah. And what do you do at home?
I usually have audio description on the telly.
What headphones?
No, if it plays through, you can put it on your telly.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, you know,
You can't see. You can hear perfectly well.
Yeah.
So you do the audio.
I can put the audio description on.
Right.
But I've also got magnification
But
glasses.
your eyes
that I
look
wear.
perfect. You know what happened to your eyes?
It's my retina is detached from my brain, so it
Signals. Yeah.
doesn't distinguish
How long's that been going on?
since I was born.
Oh.
Which is why I don't recognise you when I'm out and about if I'm not expecting to see you.
What can you
And
recognise?
especially when you disguise so that nobody can recognise you.
How would I?
That makes it even harder for me.
I've never seen you out and about.
You have? I saw you at the checkout once in Morrison's.
Oh, what did I come over to you?
Yeah.
So weren't you
stood
speaking
right
to-
next to me and he
Did I-
looked at me and I wondered who the hell it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like a horror movie?
Well, he had a hat on or something and I just
A hat on.
didn't have a
Yeah.
clue. I thought I was going to be mugged.
Listen. I was going to mug you. It would be outside the shop, not at the checkout. You're being a bit delicate, really. I don't put you down as a snowflake.
But no, it takes a long time for me to register sometimes who I've actually seen.
So,
Especially if I walk past
do
them.
you concentrate on people's voices more then?
Yeah, and mannerisms sometimes as well.
Yeah. Well, people have a body shape.
Yeah.
Sometimes someone's walking down the street, and I know it is by the way they move, and I think computers can pick that up.
Mm.
It's a thing. You know, it's sort of a bit like a fingerprint, the way people move.
Yeah, it's just detail on people I don't know.
Yeah. Have you thought about a white stick?
No,
It's be
No,
too
I'm not
demeaning. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not that bad.
Well, you could tie a bit of string and sling it over your shoulder, and then people. You're not that bad.
No.
Oh.
No, I can see.
Sure,
I
you
can see well enough.
You can see.
Yeah, I can see.
It's what depends what
I
movie
can
you're
see
in.
movement in cars and things like that. I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can cycle
just-
safely.
Yeah, I'm just extra careful.
So when I give you a very large courgette, you wouldn't know it wasn't a marrow.
No.
Yeah. You can't tell the difference. Actually, I'm not sure if there is much difference. There is, and there isn't.
Mm.
The stripiness is good. But I did buy marrow plants for you.
Thank you.
3, and 2 died. They did. Yeah. I shan't put them in the raised bed ever again. That was a very dry summer.
Mm.
Right, I'll bring a pumpkin in, and I'll look forward to some pumpkin stew or something.
Curry all night.
What?
Curry all night.
Curry's fine. Right. Can you eat pumpkin?
Don't know.
You don't know. It's okay. Do I want to share it with you? Do I want to bring it home to my wife? Oh, it has to be vegan, no cheese. Then my daughter can have a bit. You should.
What people am I cooking for?
As many as I say. Hey, look at you.
Right.
Wow.
All right.
I like the suit. I like the black and white look. There's a thing we're going to do. For the. Do you want to tell him about it? Whisper it in his ear.
We'll just spoil it.
All right, you'll just have to wait and see.
All right.
Tim backed out.
Oh, yeah, he went to town with his friends. I was going to ambush him.
Hang on! I thought you said he went to town to the Turks.
No.
Another the competition.
No.
All right, you
But-
didn't mean that.
That's not what I said, but he really needs a haircut. So I didn't tell him about it. I was just going to bring him home and on the way.
Yeah.
He keeps
But he's a
refusing.
kid. He doesn't want his haircut.
Have
You
you
know what
seen
we
his
were
hair?
like when we were young.
Yeah.
I don't. But when we were young, all the old people had short back and sides, and we bloody well wanted like long hair because we didn't want a short back and sides. So what does he want now? He just don't want to come and have anything. What do kids want?
Who knows?
Mullets.
Who knows?
Good to see you, mate. You working your bollocks off?
Too hard.
Yeah.
How about you?
Ask Tom. How about me? What are we doing?
Steady.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Picked up?
It does at the beginning of the month.
These are bad times.
Is this not helping?
No, I don't think that's drawing anyone in. No. Did we have an inquiry from one person or something?
Yeah.
How many followers do you have now?
We don't know because we're inept. How many different platforms were you putting us on?
3.
3, which are
YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter.
YouTube. There's a short YouTube now, isn't there? Is that right?
What do you mean, like a short format YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is actually.
How short? Half an hour?
61 subscribers.
That's very good.
Well,
That's
Hey.
good.
I think it's going to be. Have you subscribed? No. Wow. We're going to take a card away. Here it is. Look. Right. You can either use the QR code or find that, and I'd like your wife to as well. Because when you get 1,000 people, you get benefits. You can film from a phone. That would be really useful, filming from a phone.
And you can monetize it.
And right. I don't know if it's any good, but I bought a little black book to write down how to do some shit.
Okay.
I thought the back we could do.
I'm going to film whatever he does.
You're going to film it?
Computer on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Refer to it.
Okay.
Show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Half term next week.
It is.
Yeah. And you'll be sailing away, I expect, won't you?
I don't think I'm going to do much sailing next term.
Your brother too busy?
No, it's not that. I think we might do 1 day or 2 days, but it's just the weather's turning, isn't it? It's not great for sailing.
No. I thought rough weather would be good for sailing.
Rough weather.
It's
Cold. It's really cold.
Is it? The wind, really? Yeah. Well, treble it on the sea in the wind, and is it really?
Yeah, it's biting compared to inland here.
So, do you not do any winter sailing?
No, last time we sailed in November, and then we started sailing in March.
You give up those days, really. Is there anything you can do on the sea in those cold times?
You can sail, but you just got to have.
It's not much fun.
No, I don't think so. Not really.
say something. You're making me nervous.
I'm listening.
Listening? Don't think you can come in here and just listen, you little bastard. Partake.
I don't sail.
I'm talking about sailing, for Christ's sake. Oh, you're looking good. I want you to look good for your wife. Even, 6 years, so she does still like you.
I've been sat here since 2 o'clock. So
Oh,
I should be
shut up.
looking
No,
good
you
by now.
haven't. You're on.
2 o'clock. This is a quick one.
Yeah.
Don't do this exaggerating bullshit that people think is funny, because it's not. God. I had Nathan trying to break me balls yesterday. It was rubbish. If I really had a go and he'd have cried, I've never seen him again. What's your wife do again?
She's a nurse.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Is she good with a tourniquet?
Oh, what?
A tourniquet. You know, your legs hanging off. Stop yourself
No, I
bleeding to
don't
death.
know. I don't think she can do anything like that.
Oh, come on, what can she do then? She don't do just psychiatric nursing.
No, she's just community nursing. So
It's what?
all- She's just community nursing, so it's all insulins and
Is it? It's what role
dressings and stuff, yeah.
really? She must have the paperwork to do other stuff.
Yeah, she does all sorts, but I don't really know what she does. Don't tell her that.
Well, it's like if you asked us to do an old-fashioned haircut, we could still do it because we're skilled.
Mm.
And I'm sure a nurse can do stuff that
Mm.
she hasn't done for a while.
Yeah, she can do quite a lot.
I'll tell you what you'd like to talk about. Serial killers. We were doing serial killers, don't we? Everyone likes talking. Most people like talking about
Yeah.
serial killers.
How fascinating.
I think I was doing it. I think it was serial killers, and someone had a go at me like I was a serial killer. Why are you talking about that? It might not have been. That might have been another subject. I think it was that. It's kind of. It's not my favourite subject. It's just fairly interesting as documentaries go. Yeah. What do you think?
Mm.
Have you got a favourite serial killer?
No.
You love them all.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You like them all. The Yorkshire Ripper. What was he like?
Never met.
Okay.
Don't know much about it.
Well, look him up.
He was around when I was little.
Bloody great name for a serial killer. Adam,
Yeah.
do you favour English serial killers or American serial killers or some other nationality that we don't know about? If you have to say,
Choose my favorite serial killer.
well, I didn't ask you that. I just said, do you prefer English or American serial killers? Or are there any South African ones? Because that's what you're.
What's the right answer to that question?
Well,
Do you know everything in America is bigger, isn't it?
yes, it
And
has
serial
the
killers do things on a different scale in America, so I have to say American. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great answer. What do you think? Is that right?
No, it's a good
That's
answer.
a bloody good answer.
They're certainly
Bloody
good,
school teachers, they piss you off, don't they? You know, they
Yeah.
think they're flipping know-alls, don't they? You can't teach them anything.
Yeah. I know one that's in the wall already, and he ain't a school teacher yet.
Oh, your boy. What's he want to teach?
Drama.
Drama. Oh, wow. Brilliant. Good-looking boy, talented. He should have gone into the drama trade.
Yeah.
He became too Yorkshire and worried, I won't get a job.
Yeah,
Won't get a university.
It
So,
became bad, didn't it?
there's nothing to stop him from going back.
Yeah,
Is it?
but it's,
Is it? You really got to work your ass off.
he needed something settled, really.
Yeah.
It was hard enough work to get in the climate it was. And then if you
Well,
what we were in 2 years ago.
A lot of the successful actors, their bloody parents are actors, aren't they? So that gets
Yeah.
them straight in. I'm not saying there's some very good ones. Yeah. Timothy West. Stand up. Stand on the mouse. Look me in the eye. Can I say something? This is not bullshit. You're my favourite customer of the day. Yeah. Sorry. Well, no, he's more than a customer. He's special, but you can both be on a par with that.
Am I the only one that's made in a day?
No, not at all.
There was one this morning, was it? Yeah.
Has he been very Yorkshire now?
No.
No? No, he's just needs a flipping his over the head or something. Okay. Oh, I suppose you want to play by card?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Hang on! Do you want to keep your money for the cinema, dear?
No.
Because you did have cash.
I haven't got any
By the
cash.
sound of it, you,
I haven't got any cash.
why did you hesitate? Like, you
You
did
can
have
get
some
cash
cash.
if you want cash.
I haven't got any cash out. I'm not back in the habit of getting cash out yet. No.
What kind of man doesn't have a bit of cash in his pocket? That's not on, is it, really? What if someone wants to sell you a rabbit he's just caught? He's not going to bloody have a card, is he?
No.
You should have some cash, shouldn't you? You always have some cash. You never know when it could be some venison.
Mm.
And you'd like that.
Mm.
You try venison?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, make sure you got some cash.
Mm.
John thinks that face in the camera. No. He does. He thinks, that camera went switched on. I'd be like a bloody church mouse in here. Well, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it, do I?
Exactly. It needs a world audience. Yeah.
Well,
Westbury's too small for you.
it is. It is for my talent.
So
Yeah.
Westbury straight to New York. All the way.
I might do my only joke in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
You're only one for the last 5 minutes.
Now this is a made-up joke, not sort of riffing or stuff like that.
All right. Look forward to that.
Okay, and I haven't told anybody.
Great.
Keeping it, but so I thought, bada bing, tell the world, then they know it's mine. You got that card?
Mm.
Right.
I'm ready.
You, not that card. I mean, for me. Oh.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
You got that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that one there now.
Okay.
I'll put it somewhere. It won't go in the wash.
When I said you hurt my feelings, I was joking.
Yeah, I knew that.
You knew that.
I knew that.
You knew that.
Well,
Well,
maybe on one level.
No. I want you to go sailing and not die. Okay. Doobie. Have you come on your bike? Did you walk?
No. I worked from home today. So.
Okay. Yeah. Please wait.
So a bit of
A new system. We do that. Let me see that. Yes, you've paid me.
Really?
Yesterday. Yeah, that's good. Technology. Richard,
Thank you very much.
I'll call you about the next marrow.
Yeah. No,
That's good.
see you later. Cheers. Take it easy.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, it's okay. See you soon. Thanks a lot.
What are you doing sat over there? We want to go. I got ironing to do when I get home.
Right. Let's go then.
Do you know what? I do all the ironing, which is not very much. My wife doesn't say a word. She doesn't say, "Oh, thanks for doing the ironing," or "It's lovely," or "Oh, I'd have to do that."
Mm-hmm.
It's because you are a little bitch.
What do you mean? I'm a little bitch.
You are a little bitch. You do the ironing. Don't even get a thank you. That bitch.
I'm taking you for granted.
What can I do about it? Stop doing it? I can't.
Yeah.
Get a mistress on the side.
No, I can't afford it. I think you've got money. If you're going to get a mistress, in my opinion, you've got to have a lot of cash. You've got to really be able to afford that. I wouldn't have a mistress on the cheap.
That's what they call it in The Sopranos, isn't it? Gumar. It's got a gumbar.
No, that's not a mistress. Do you know? No, it's gumbar.
Gumbar.
Gumbar, and that is a godfather.
Hmm.
It's not a mistress. Do you want beer or coffee?
I'll have a coffee, please.
Do you know when you said that? I thought you were going to say beer.
I don't drink.
I keep forgetting. Yeah, you've got to tell us why you don't drink. Is this a long story?
No, it's not a long story.
We got to worry about it. You
No,
get violent.
no, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
No. Just,
Do you want to whisper it in my ear?
why do you need a reason?
Yeah, people don't drink because they're alcoholic,
Mhm.
or they've got a problem with it.
Do you smoke?
No.
Why don't you smoke? Is it a long story? Do you do heroin?
Shut up and
What
let me
about
answer the
cocaine?
question. I used to smoke, and now I don't smoke. And I was an on and off smoker because I wasn't really that hooked, because I could give it up.
Yeah,
But it's a very powerful drug,
it is.
and I know that when I did give up, if you had that one cigarette, you're hooked again.
Mhm.
So when I did give up fully, I made the point of saying I don't smoke instead of I've given up. Because when you say I've given up, you're kind of like saying you're going to start again, or you want some kind of praise.
Mhm.
Whereas if you say I don't smoke,
Mhm.
it's like someone who's never smoked,
Mhm.
and then people think, okay,
Yeah.
They don't try and stick a cigarette in your face. So you say I don't drink.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't drink
Mhm.
because you choose not to drink.
Yeah.
Because it is poison.
It is. Yeah,
It is poison.
it is.
Um,
But it is social. I miss that side of it. It is a social thing to do.
but you go out and you have a Coca-Cola
I do. Yeah.
because there's a social side of it.
Mm.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are like social, and it's better when you share it in a social way.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that for the present you can still have one drink. If they said absolutely no alcohol,
Who said that?
that some countries do that.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nil, and it's if you're a train driver, they can't smoke, but they drink before because they'll
24 hours.
if it's still in your system, yeah, and they get
And pilots as
breathalyzed
well.
that they've had it, which is right. And you think about years ago when I don't know, perhaps there were less people in the world and things weren't so fast, and train drivers did drink a lot, and lorry drivers. I don't know. Is that right?
Everybody used to drink. It was just social norm.
What am I going to do?
Scissors.
Well, it's going to be tailored. It's not going to be a comb. You know, really well. Doggy well, children well.
All good. Yeah. Gabby's loving university.
Wow, where is she?
Winchester.
Okay, good place.
Yeah.
Have you looked around the place?
I have. Yeah.
Is it got the facilities and she's doing drama?
Yeah. She's doing acting degree.
Wow, an acting degree. What do they cover in there?
It's very unusual. I mean, like Tuesday morning lectures are yoga, for example.
Ah.
And she has her hardest lecturer is a Frenchman, and she said she got a 5-minute break in a 4-hour session.
What does he teach?
I don't know, but a lot of it seems so impromptu. Like they had to make a circle and take turns dancing in the middle of the circle. Yeah, that's the kind of,
I love that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. When I did some drama at secondary school, I joined the drama, and we did this thing where I suppose it was a mystical thing, and we were in a circle and we did a long and I really went for it, yeah. And then someone told me, "Oh, you did that," and the second performance I didn't do it. I felt
self-conscious.
Yeah. But yeah, the great thing about acting is you can be someone else, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the small amount of amateur dramatics that I did do is I think it was getting the voice. Once you got the voice, that got me into the character. Whereas I think other actors do different things, like they choose or walk or something else. But it was getting the voice. So if I was a professional, I'd really want to be surrounded by voice coaches, so you can really nail it. It's like English actors, when they don't get the American accent right, it's not good. But when you get great actors and they can do it so well, American action actors doing English. So,
Very impressive to see that, isn't it? Like the whole film in it.
Well, the thing about acting is it's not real, but you're creating reality. That's the thing, like we're speaking now, it would be scripted, or you get some directors who let you improvise. And Tom was telling me that Tarantino does not let anyone improvise his scripts.
Right.
You stick with it. It's his vision. So to be a filmmaker, I think, wow, that is an amazing thing. I couldn't be a filmmaker, but acting, yeah, with a good director and all the help you get. But then, the age I'm thinking, bastard, you're on location, you're away from your family, you're doing that, and you do that small amount of work, and then there's another bit, and then you might be douched in a river and jumping around. It's I'm sure it can be quite grueling.
I bet, yeah, hard work.
And you think, yeah, and then being on the stage is another level again. That is so special and wonderful. Your audience out there and stuff. I did a little bit of stage acting, obviously, and there's a little skill on hand somewhere, a sweep or something. So if you could throw and just be a bit naughty. Great fun, awesome fun.
Yeah, she's going for it. That's her dream. So
She should go for it.
Yeah.
She's very pretty. She's bright. Gets the right breaks. What we do. And a boyfriend, is he there doing it as well?
Yeah.
Because I think generally you have acting schools, whereas this is a university that's doing an acting degree. And how many lecturers have they got for it?
Quite a lot, but a lot of the lecturers
Do other things?
Yeah.
Good. That's going to be great for them. Are there, because you've gone elsewhere and done an acting degree, or is this very special?
There's quite a few universities that offer them.
It's a new thing.
I don't know how new it is, but this is a fairly new degree at Winchester, but there are other universities that do that.
Where else? Was it our first choice?
It was.
Where else did she look?
So there's a couple in London.
All right, yeah.
Falmouth.
Which one?
Falmouth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be in London, because that could have been useful for her career to be in London.
She didn't because she grew up in the country. Winchester suits her well, but she's got friends who have gone on to London.
Yeah. So it's not.
She's got a friend at RADA.
Okay.
Yeah.
That isn't that. If you go to RADA, isn't that like you do that after acting school, or you go to RADA from the beginning?
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Has it still got great kudos?
RADA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has, because the R stands for royal, doesn't it? So anything royal has that aspect of it.
Yeah. It won't look. It won't. It'll be good on their CV.
Yeah.
It's not everything.
Do you know, I think a lot of it is also networking. You just get to meet people who have a lot of connections, so you get opportunities.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. It's kind of. There's someone in the West Group, and he did a lot of Shakespearean acting. And the director liked him, so he did a lot of stuff. And when his director finished, he was out of the network, so we got a lot of work doing.
Yeah.
So if you weren't thinking of the next place or person, I suppose you've got to manage your career.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks very much.
Well, because of this hike in energy, I'm not switching it on every day.
This.
No.
Oh, the coffee machine.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see how it goes.
You notice your energy bills go up?
At home, my electric bills, and I think my gas as well, is double everyone else's. It's been high for a long time, and I don't know why. So I perhaps need a smart meter. At night, I took a reading because I have a big American fridge in the kitchen. I've got a tall upright freezer outside and a small chest freezer. And I think it might have been 6 kilowatts overnight. And there couldn't have been many other items drawing the power. So I don't know if they're old stuff. So yeah, I am very nervous about the new bills.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
So with the gas bills, I'm switching off some radiators. I used to have the massive one on in the lounge, which we never use, so that one's off. Switching one off in the kitchen. We don't have them on in the bedrooms, just the bathroom upstairs. And the Airbnb's got 2. They can't be. But the log fire in the conservatory, if you get that belting out some heat, that's good. We had it belting out on Tuesday, I think. And I got 2 kettles on there, so you can boil up some water. I got Tom looked up, so I thought, oh, I've got 3 turning fans, these 2 things, and there's just enough room. I thought a tall coffee pot.
Yeah.
He's found a lovely tall coffee pot that's 2 litres.
Nice.
So I could be heating up water whilst you're doing that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So I am really pissed off with our leader not doing something better
Yeah.
than capping. I really think that is not good.
She's not been very popular, has she?
I hate Nicola Sturgeon, but I love what she said about the Conservatives. Did you hear what she said?
She detests them.
Yeah, and like she said, I'm not talking about any individual, just the Conservative Party. And I
Just
thought,
all of them.
I just thought, wonderful, what a great way of doing it. So let's all follow Nicola Sturgeon on that. Not the stupid idea to have Scottish independence. I don't think that's a clever idea at all.
That's got to happen, though.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it will?
They will. Yeah.
They will do it. Will the Welsh do it too?
Eventually.
Will they?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what my thesis is. The
Are they going
world
to be the biggest losers on that?
depends. I mean, if the currency is losing value and there's issues in England, then they can escape some of that. It's not my idea. It's the thesis of another book, which is basically written in 1907, that said that's the trend of the 21st century, that you're going to get fragmentation. It's going to
All around the world?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All small countries will want independence?
Not even small countries, but even within the United States, probably in this century, you'll see a fragmentation of states becoming independent.
To whose benefit is that?
To the people that live in the jurisdictions.
Really? Yeah.
Well, why should the Welsh pay for, like the debts of the English?
Okay. Are they?
Well, it's almost if London is borrowing money, right?
Yeah.
And they're printing money to pay their bills, which is devaluing
Yeah.
valuing people's currency, then there's more incentive for people to question.
Is it like London taking all the glory of the country? The fact that in that same way. So northern counties will be to the detriment of London.
Possibly, but the whole thing that these people who wrote this book base it on is that it's the microchip that's going to change everything. So rather than, in the 20th century, you pretty much have one story. This is the UK. This is our narrative. This is our history, right? But now that you have an internet, which is obviously powered by the microchip, you have
what is
countless.
What is the microchip?
It's just the computers.
The power of the computers.
The computing age, yeah. So basically, what in this case it means is the internet. Okay, so that's given rise to that. So now you don't have one story; you have a myriad of different stories. People tell, they interpret news in different ways. They belong to different groups online. Someone who lives next door to you might have more in common with an LGBT person in Russia than they do with their neighbor who's English.
But now you're saying the microchip makes you global.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to defund governments. That's what's going to, take away their power base.
So we could have something to look forward to. Instead of arseholes at the top feathering their own nest and helping their mates do shit.
Yeah.
You're looking after your own county and stuff with your resources.
Yeah.
And where would Wiltshire get its resources from? Do we need sort of local taxation or paying for stuff?
Yeah, I think
like the rates and stuff like that.
You will have to
So
pay some kind of tax.
So what you're
right?
saying is that the inbound revenue won't be taking money out of your pocket because they won't exist anymore.
See, that's the next step that the microchip does, is it stops governments from taking property. So they can no longer tax people in the way they do today. And the technology already exists for that to happen. So when they lose their taxation base, the governments have to become service providers like companies. And so if they're not offering a good service, if they're not running a good jurisdiction, like let's say Wiltshire, if the roads are not looked after, if the healthcare is not good, people will not pay their taxes and they will just leave. So it becomes more of a competition, and you have to provide a good service, or you're going to lose people.
Isn't it just too much?
What?
Different counties doing different things and stuff. Isn't it, by not being centralised, isn't it too scrappy? Or would it work?
So
can it work?
The thing you have to remember is that the nation state that we're so used to, we can't imagine a world without it, right? Like the UK, the USA. That's a very modern invention in terms of history. It's, we're talking
In some ways, are we going back in time?
Yes and no. We're going back to decentralization, but we're going forward in terms of technology.
How likely is this to happen?
It's already happening.
It can't be stopped.
Brexit is an example of that.
Ah, did you vote for it?
I didn't vote.
You didn't vote?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Right. So what about trading overseas and things like that?
Yeah.
Can that still happen?
Yeah.
You can?
It can happen, yeah. You don't need governments to trade, you just need them to get out of the way. In fact, it's governments that make trading difficult because they impose things like taxes. And
So what you would have is a trading company that would do that for you.
Yeah.
That they would set themselves up as a...
So what empowers the trade is the internet, right? You can get online, you can order something from China, and you can have it within a few weeks or a month, right? So you don't need governments for that.
So what you're saying, carriers and distributors and stuff like that.
People will be incentivized by profit like they always are. So they will find a way.
Right. What's this called? Philosophy.
The book is called The Sovereign Individual because the idea is that the people become powerful and governments lose power in this century.
The sovereign individual.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
It was two authors, Davidson and Rees-Mogg,
Rees-Mogg.
his father.
Really?
His father.
It's an English
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Really? Wow.
You don't like Rees-Mogg?
I don't know him enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably seen him. It's kind of like I'm not kind of like. They've got to have some kind of impact for me to remember him. Like you can remember Boris, you know, Sturgeon. I know the name, but all the other shit about him I've forgotten. You'd have to tell me because I use my brain intelligently to forget shit I don't need to have in there.
That's skillful.
Thank you. Because I can ask someone or find out when I need to.
Yeah.
Like children don't really need teachers because they can find it all on the internet.
It's true.
But it's the social interaction of school, other pupils. You think that's still good? Do you think we will have home learning and computer learning?
Yeah, that's such a big question. And people said a long time ago we would, like 10 years ago. There was
Books haven't disappeared, have they?
people don't really use them though, in the same way they used to. Everything's online. But in answer to your question, there was an Indian educationalist called Sugata Mitra, and he did an experiment in the slums in Mumbai. He put a computer in the wall,
In the wall.
Yeah, so that children in the slum could come and access it, right? Just to see what would happen. What education happens in the absence of teachers?
Yeah.
He came back in a few months, right? Now, it was English. They were accessing the internet in English. They taught themselves English, and they were teaching each other physics.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Why? Why physics?
because they wanted to know. Because they're kids. They just wanted to know about the world, and suddenly they had this window
were they
to
just
the world.
gathering
Yeah.
within queues
And
and
they were
going,
teaching each other. Like the kids that had learned were teaching other kids.
Do
And
they know how to use a keyboard?
they learned all of this without being taught. He just put it in there and he left it and came back in a few months.
Well, why don't they do that everywhere? Because they don't have to.
Why? Because schools are not really for education.
What are they for?
Well,
They're to get the exams.
I think there are a couple of things. First of all, babysitting service, so people can work.
Yeah.
And number two, their indoctrination, department indoctrination into.
Seriously, our government still use schools to indoctrinate.
Definitely.
How do you stop that from happening? Being a teacher.
You teach them how to question. Like, I say to them, don't believe anything I say, question everything I say.
But that's you.
Yeah.
What do other
That's how
teachers
I've
say?
raised my children, is to ask questions.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always ask a question.
Right.
Even if you think
I think the
understand it,
best
ask
thing
a
about
question.
Definitely.
teaching is learn how to find out.
Yeah.
Learn how do you find that out.
Yeah.
And stuff. And maybe if I was at school now, at my early age, I would be savvy with computers and stuff, and I would be teaching myself more and looking there instead of me using other people to use the internet for me because I'm shit at it.
But it's not too late for you though. You can.
I know it's not too late.
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
can
want
still.
to. I'd rather use other people.
Fair enough.
You know, I mean, when I want to buy something, I use Daniel, don't I? I wait for Daniel to come along and I say, will you get me this? Arrives the next day.
Do you not use Amazon?
Not personally.
Oh, really?
No. I when I had a PC, I think I did buy some stuff on the internet, but now, for two reasons, I don't want to give my details.
Yeah.
You know, and like Anne says, PayPal is safe. You know, if you buy it on PayPal, you get it back. So I use other people. I give them the money and say, "Will you get X for me?"
Yeah.
And sometimes I might give Anne some money to buy something, but I don't tend to use her to get personal things for myself.
Yeah.
I don't like to lay that on her.
No, you're a good husband.
She's not my bitch for that. I don't. for different reasons. Many different reasons.
Can you do your wife's voice?
Do I do what?
Do your wife's voice?
I haven't for a while because this hasn't been on.
All right.
I just. All right. Oh yeah, you've had the dogs here all day, but you've not taken Lola out for a walk. That means when I get home, I'll have to walk her again. I'll flip it out. We'll go round the churchyard and walk them. I don't know if it's changed much.
Okay.
It's not as good as it used to be. Do you think? What do you think? You like me doing my wife's voice?
No, I just think it's funny. It's funny to hear guys do their wife's voice. Yeah.
Well, they won't do it.
Right, yeah.
Can you do your ex-wife's voice?
No, I can't.
Come on, give it a go.
No, I might
Do
vomit in my mouth
Kirsty.
if I
Go,
do that.
do someone else then. Do your mum.
Do my mum.
Do your mum.
No, my mum doesn't shout.
You don't have to shout. You can be nice.
She doesn't win. She shuts up.
Listen, you
That's how
don't
you
have
know
to copy.
you've upset
Do
her.
something.
You don't get a word out of her.
Can you do your ex-wife?
Do you know I can't? I'm just not very good at impressions.
Neither am I, but like I'm funny.
Yeah. Your wife is not that aggressive and fishwifey.
No, she's not. But when she's not happy, it's not nice.
Okay.
It's not nice. I don't know if that's me or you saw she wasn't happy, was she?
She wasn't
took
happy.
the dogs.
Yeah, there was a cloud over that head.
Yeah. I think because she sent me a text to take the dogs home, and I didn't catch the text. She didn't say anything.
Because that would have been easy.
I don't know if I don't hate my wife. I don't like some of the things she does, but I think she probably doesn't like me that much. I would never ask her how much because it probably wouldn't be much, and I shouldn't ask her really. You know. You never used to ask your wife, "Do you love me?" You should never ask anyone that.
No,
you know,
definitely.
especially children.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It's kind of, in some ways, love is a load of bollocks,
Amen, brother. Preach.
right? And I know I love my dogs, so perhaps that's why God invented dogs, because you know you love something so much. And when your dog dies, it's worse than your grandma dying. You can fucking get over that, but your dogs, it's you ever had a dog? Lost an animal?
Yeah, a cat.
Yeah, bloody hurts, doesn't it?
Oh, the day
Nasty.
that we moved from Southampton to Frome,
The cat
when I
died.
was 11 years old, it was my cat, Claude. He got run over
Hang on.
in the middle of the road.
Oh fuck! Can 11-year-olds get affected by animals dying?
Yeah, I was devastated. That was my cat.
Can you? Yeah, it's okay.
We had 4 cats.
Because when I was 11 and younger, we ate all the animals we had, the rabbits and chickens and stuff. So I never had this love for pets and things until it came later in life. Dogs and I love cats now too. But feeding a stray cat on top quality cat food, the bastard won't eat shit. Comes in, he won't let me stroke him because but he's lovely to see him. Yeah. He sneaks out and starts lying on the roof, show me everything he got. No, I think he's done.
Is your shirt tucked into your pants?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. What? Hang on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She told me I had a stain on my trousers because I'm cutting up dog chicken. Gave me a bollocking for leaving chicken outside for the dogs.
Do you sometimes wish you were
Dead? Yeah.
on your own?
No.
Sure.
Yeah. No. Because I did think about that earlier on, and no, I'm vegetarian now.
You've been vegetarian for a while, right?
No. I was still eating meat, but I'm
All right.
vegetarian now.
Right.
Because I saw pigs burn gas. I defy anyone to eat pork after they see pigs being gassed. It's,
Sure, you're right.
it's not good. So don't look at it if you like pork.
Yeah.
Right. I just look. I'm killing fruit flies. House flies, I open the window, get them out there, but these fruit flies have got to go.
Okay.
This is a professional environment. That's my mirror. They can fuck off or die,
Yeah.
and I'm having to kill them.
So where are they coming from?
Tom says the fruit I mean, right, so it's my fault. Do you want me to tell you my film script?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this. Okay. We'll put up a yellow card. This has got to be probably taken. Okay. I was going to call it. What was I going to call it? The End. You know, with films, they still have the end at the end. They don't do that. I thought you could start off with the end, but I'm going to call it, I think, maybe Dark, or we could change that again. And you having another beer?
Yeah.
Right, I won't buy any more then. Fucking greedy little bastard. So it starts off in a barber shop like this. And like you said about America, I think it should be an American barber shop. And the actor I'd really love to play the barber in this would be Steve Carell. I think he's amazing. There's something so special about that guy. I think he's brilliant. I don't know if is he underestimated, Steve Carell? He's up there anyway.
He's a very good actor, but he started off in comedy, and so he's never going to get the respect that.
I don't know if that's true though,
He
because I
was a
think he's
comedian.
done some stuff like The Big Short
And Foxcatcher, he did. The
Yeah.
Big Short is actually classed as
Foxcatcher is brilliant. Yeah.
as a what? Comedy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do comedy in the same way in that. I mean, he's a funny character, but he's not cracking lines.
Get your hands off. If you can have another one, I'm going to have some of it as well. Do you want another coffee?
Oh, right, thanks.
Is that the one you like? It's all right, isn't it? I might like that better.
Really good.
Okay, so it's in the barber shop. I say, in the olden days, kings and holy men, kings, used to run the world. They were at the top of the tree. Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's how things happened. And then people were below them and all the rest of them. And got killed for eating the king's venison and stuff like that. Well, the world, I see it, is on the change. At present, we've got politicians that are bent, they're crooked, they're helping out their mates, and big companies, because big companies have got the power and they want influence. It's like in America, you have people in Congress, and so I think, I won't say their name. They have someone in Congress to look after their interests on that, because it's all about the money and commerce. Well, the way I see the future, this is to be a future possibility, because it is actually happening now, is AI and robots. So my scenario for the dark is the very rich, mega rich, wealthy people. I don't know if they talk to each other now, but they kind of like think for the future. They're thinking, well, we got all these people, they're burning up the world's resources. They're a pain in the ass. They're going to destroy the earth. We've got all this money and we can destroy them. Right? So what we're going to do for the future is we're going to get together and we're going to start manufacturing robots. Because the robots are going to do our bidding. They're going to run the world for us. So, but in between this, we got all the money, we got all the power, we got the robots. We're going to take certain professions, surgeons, and smart people. We'll put them to one side because we don't need politicians anymore. Because we're in control, and our robots are going to control the world. And what we're going to do is we're going to send them out there. They're going to catch people. They're not just going to kill them because they're a resource. We're going to mince them. We'll put them through a mincer like they do with chickens, little chicks, you see? The boy chicks go in a mincer. So we'll catch these people and we will mince them and we'll freeze them as a resource. We'll keep them to one side. We can use it, we can make it go off. But we're going to...
This is a dark film, isn't it?
It is. We're going to take these people out of the world.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a horror.
Well, I don't know if it's horror. I mean, when I think of horror, I think of Dracula and stuff like that, and it turns me off. I think that's
It's a sci-fi kind of.
Yeah, no, it's sci-fi. This is sci-fi. So, and I thought, it was a little skit really. These rich people. Well, I suppose they could have some good farmers looking after steak and bits and pieces, and they will have a party. You've seen a sushi bar, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
And in this party, they will keep back certain politicians. They'll tie them up while they're eating, they're going around in circles, and at some point, when they're fed up, these politicians they'll mince them. Yeah. So they'll be begging for their lives, and they will be flicking blancmange at them as they go around, because they've had enough of politicians. You want to be a politician? We're keeping you alive. We'll keep you over there, and you'll come out for our entertainment.
Right.
And if you're entertaining enough, we'll put you back for another day. So that's the horror. That'll just be a little skit along that.
Okay.
So you're going out there. So you've got robots catching people, killing them, mincing them, going out there. But you will have rednecks out in the woods who can survive and stuff, because you will have infrared to catch them, this, that, and the other. But like all the animals coming back, we might just leave them if they don't start breaking our machines and bits and pieces. We'll leave them out there as a wild animal because they can protect themselves with, I'm sure, with infrared. You can put a cloak over, can't you? So it would make you invisible. So they can be left alone if they don't harm us. So they'll be living off the land like the rednecks in America with their guns and who can hunt, thinking if things go tits up, we can go out there and they can survive because they can look after themselves.
Yeah.
So you will have them, ex-Marines and bits and pieces, and as long as they don't get too big and too out of control, we'll leave them alone. Because the other side of the dark side is the planet starts to regenerate. You get wildlife and animals and stuff like this, but it depends on what these rich people want. Maybe they'll, like all these things, they get, I don't know, they start having sex with each other, this, that, because they're bored or what have you. But basically, they're culling the human race. They're at the top. And they don't need poor people to farm for them. Because you've got tractors already with computers in them doing this, that, and the other. So why the bloody hell would they want people? Who wants people? You want people? This world is finished. It's through.
So what happens in the end? Is there anything that would make people actually want to watch this terrible story that actually does it have some ray of hope at the end?
Well, it's like 1984.
Okay.
When that came out, it predicted the future. This is my prediction.
All right.
Why would the authorities want people?
So it's just dark from start to finish.
I don't
Depressing.
know. Perhaps we need someone else's help to sort of G it up. But this, or maybe it needs to be dark.
It can be dark, but I'm not sure you're going to get many people watching it.
Well, did you watch The Road? Did you read The Road?
No.
Well, that's a book I wish I'd never read. I read it and then saw the film, which is very close. Have you read The Road? Cormac McCarthy?
No.
It's another. Usually, and people do watch this stuff because it comes down to you get Holocaust in the world, and what happens? People turn to cannibalism. So Cormac McCarthy and The Road, he doesn't say what it is, but it's a dark cloud. There's no food. So people, first of all, they raid supermarkets, this, that, and the other. And there's a good little skit, and he's taken his son to some place that he knows that he could be safe, right? And at some point, there's no food, and they find a stash. Someone's got an underground stash, but he knows we can't stay there forever. Someone's going to find this and all the rest of it. And so they move on. I don't know if it was him, but suddenly he's walking in this bit of ground, and actually, what's that under my feet? It's apples. Apples can keep. So there was apples to eat for that. And so, yeah. So usually, in these dark things, people turn to cannibalism. It's horrible. The road, you don't want to read the road. What I've just told you is much nicer.
Okay.
So, powers that be, robots, if there's no, I don't know, because we've had a natural progression of technology going forwards and life happening as it is, and hospitals and this and that and the other and all the rest of it. But the pressure on the planet and people, without a plague or a war or something like this, and you've seen what's the Schwarzenegger film with the robot? Terminator, right? Robots not going away. AI is not going away. Now, Isaac Asimov, yeah, you know what his thing was. A robot should not harm
He's
a
got
human
some
being.
rules for robots, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be turned around. Isaac Asimov thing will be no human should turn a robot off or damage a robot. That's where it will be when robots are that smart.
Okay.
And that's coming.
Oh yeah.
If robots are coming, who wants people? They're expensive. They're wonderful. They're brilliant. Everyone is unique. It's incredible. It's like, what gets me is, they'll
How are you going to stop people from procreating?
Doesn't matter. Well, it's already happening. In China, they don't. What they say is about procreation is the poor countries have lots of children because they die. If you give them a better life, they won't have so many children because the ones they've got live. Having too many children is dumb, isn't it? The only people that have too many children now are wealthy people or stupid people who want the benefits from it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of smash the robots up now because they're going to take over. So whoever controls the robots will be in control of what's going on. Because what they say, wars about water, food. We need I don't know, something Star Trekky where everyone gets together and says this is what we should be doing. But that's not what we like, shall we? So people with the money and the robots will be in control.
Yeah.
You control robots. How do you control people?
Don't shepherd them with social media.
So, what are people good for?
Consuming.
It's a weird question, though, isn't it? Like, why do they have to be good for something? Like, it presumes that comes at it from a very economic, productive kind of point of view, right?
Well, isn't that what the world has been?
That's the way it's gone. Yeah.
It was like that in the past. If you were poor, you know why I'm here? Because when my parents were in Italy in the 50s, 40s, 50s, it was mezza strisce. You know what that is?
No.
That's strip farming. You don't own any land. The landowner, you have half a strip for you, and you work his half, and that's your payment.
So, like a feudal system.
Yeah. You know, it's been great. You know, you get an education, you can get a good job, you can be a lawyer, you can be a teacher, you can do stuff, you can move up the ladder. But am I too dark the way I think? No. But it's robots.
No, I've thought about this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So-
know where you're going.
So how do you feel about robots?
Oh, I'm
And they are.
extremely hopeful about the future. I'm more optimistic than I've ever been.
Well, that's good because robots can help. They can do stuff. They can, you know, clean up the rubbish and bits and pieces and stuff. But if there's too many people, like you said, you've got to get rid of money. So that your worth is not about money. Your worth is about who you are. You need a home. You need some energy. You need a roof over your head, and you need to get out and be with other people. But
Money is a really brilliant human invention,
it's a fantastic tool. Money is a superb.
but it's broken. At the moment, it's broken.
Wow, yeah. Wow. Why is it broken?
Well, because it's just in the hands of government and they just abuse it.
And very rich people that go to Mars. Stupid.
Well,
Why would you go to Mars? This is the only place in the world.
there's a good
Look
reason
after-
to go to Mars. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, like,
What's a good reason for going to Mars?
okay, let me put it this way. When people started the space race, right, when the Americans and the Russians started the space race, right, people said, well, that's just a terrible waste of resources. But if you look at today, how much people have benefited from the technologies that have been developed from the space
How
race.
much more technology
Massively.
do you want for going
There's
to
no,
Mars?
there's no end to
It's
technology.
Well,
And
why not go under the sea? Why not?
go there as well.
Yeah, okay. So it costs money. I suppose it's sexy to go to Mars, to fly in a spaceship.
I don't think that's why he's doing it.
I think it is.
He's doing it to give us 50% more chance of survival as a race.
He gives a shit about us.
Yeah. Why not? Why wouldn't he?
Why should
He's got, how many children does he have?
Well, yeah.
So he does care. He's got a lot of children. I mean, I take him at his word on that. I think he's a lot of things, but I don't think he's quite the same as some of the other wealthy elite. Look, what he says is logical, right? If we exist on 2 planets, then we have a 50% more chance, right, of surviving as a species. That's purely that's a fact. It's not an opinion.
We have a 100% chance of fucking up another planet.
It's a very negative
When
view
the
of
sun
humanity.
when the sun goes out, we're finished. Why not just say the end? Why have we got to
We're
go
not
on
necessarily finished when the sun goes out, because at that point we might be a multi, I don't know, galactic species.
I think they fired something at an asteroid to see if they can deflect it. Is it a spaceship they fired at an
Yeah.
asteroid? Did it deflect it?
Don't know.
Just smack into it.
Yeah.
Because that's another big no-no.
Like I've said this to you before, right? The fact is that all technology is deflationary. In other words, everything gets cheaper all the time with technology. Everything. So why is it that we're not living that life? Why don't we have more money? Why don't we have more time? Why don't we have a better quality of life?
Yeah, I think there was a time in, I don't know, it was the 70s, you think, oh, we won't be working so much and we'll have all this leisure time. And it's not happened.
And why?
Because when you got leisure time, you spend more money. You can't afford it,
No, that's not the reason.
isn't it? Was it?
The reason is that money is broken because government prints money whenever the fuck they feel like it. And every single time they do that, they're stealing from you, from me, from anyone that has money. Because it devalues the money in your possession, right? It's as simple as that. They've been doing it for 50 years since Nixon went off the gold standard. That is the number one problem in the world today. It is draining the life out of everybody.
And that's what they're doing about the energy crisis.
That's why it's going up, because money is losing its value. It's not that energy is getting more expensive, it's that our money is getting more worthless. How much money did they print during COVID? 500 billion pounds. We don't expect it to be inflation. So if you have a money that is out of the hands of government, that they can't control, that you can't inflate, that it's fixed, everybody gets richer every year, forever.
Oh, if anyone's interested in The Dark, my movie and stuff, it's mine. This is my copyright. So what you've heard belongs to me. And if you make a great success out of it, I'll sue the ass out of you. Okay? And it won't cost me a penny because you'll have so much money that some lawyer will do it for free. Okay? So come to me if you're interested. Should have said that at the beginning, but I'll say it.
Does money actually exist?
Do you know what Anne and I would do if we had lots of money? We would
Not iron your own shirts.
no, we'd have shirts that don't need it. We would employ assassins to kill people who shoot elephants and rhinoceroses and cut their noses off and poison their water. Because people say that they do that because they got no money. I'm sorry, the people in those countries who've got no money don't do that. It's the smart ones who are gangsters that go out there and kill elephants and do that and make money out of it. We don't like it. You were talking about human race, you know, how important we are. I think animals are just as important or more majestic than us. And I would rather save an animal than a human being that I'm not related to. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say that. And I was going to say something about human beings. Yeah, you can have nothing. You can be on the street. You can be begging. Yeah, and no one, the authorities, no one gives a shit about you, right? But you kill someone, and the massive resources that goes into finding that killer is amazing. Or, you know, you're in a car accident, down comes a bloody helicopter, takes you to the hospital, A&E, whoopee-doo. And that's great in this country at the moment because in America, if you haven't got the right insurance, I think the helicopter's not coming. And they might as well give out at school a cyanide capsule or something to go in your ring. So you think, oh shit, you know, I've got no legs, I'm going to bleed to death. I'll go for the capsule there. I know I'm making you sad. I can see it in your eyes.
No, I just feel sorry for you because you're in a seriously dark place. Your view of humanity and
do you? No,
yeah.
No, I think I'm okay. That side of me, I'm not saying it makes me happy, but I think there's a lot that way. And why shouldn't I love an animal more than a human being, an elephant?
You're allowed to? Yeah.
Well, I know, but people don't like it. I'm sure people will not like that, but I'm sorry, I am. I feel terrible for what we're doing to wildlife and sharks and the sea. The sea could feed us all. There's too many greedy bastards out there dredging the bottom of the sea. We could all be living off that fish if it was managed and looked after. What's going on? If man destroys himself, he's got himself to blame. Yeah, not me. I can just see that. I can just I'm saying that's what's going on. It's not good. I don't like it. I'm not bright. But this kind of stuff is tremendously sad. Yeah. Don't think about it. Go and watch your favourite football team. Go and do that. Be tribal. And I like people doing that. I think it's a great thing. But I've given up sport a long time ago. I love it. I'm not competitive anymore. But yeah, it's good. And how much money does football make? You know the sad thing about all this top sport out there, because you think so much of it is rigged for the betting industry. Unbelievable. Goalies missing that, and this, that, and the other, and cricket, and what the bloody hell, you know? Why don't you bet on something else? Oh, it's because they can cheat. Because they know people. That's just. I cheat, but in other ways. I'm not cheating that way.
How do you cheat?
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
You won't tell me why you don't drink. and that's good.
Oh, I did tell you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening then. What was the answer?
Because I agreed with you, because it's just putting poison in your body.
Mm. When did you realise that?
I just made a decision about 7 years ago. I stopped drinking and smoking at the same time. But I wasn't living very healthily, and so I just needed
You
to
put the two together and
sort myself out. Yeah.
well, it's like smoking. Don't have that one cigarette.
Yeah.
And don't have that one drink, and you'll be safe.
And you can't really give up smoking if you carry on drinking. Well, I couldn't, because when I would have a beer or two, then I would want to have a fag. So I had to give them both up.
It's
Yeah.
It's got all the elements. It's sexy. It's social. It's tailored cigarettes. The look of them and the smoke going out. I mean, it's just ghost and it's killing your liver and that. And booze. Well, yeah. What booze did you still like?
I loved single malt whiskey.
Oh,
Too much.
ooh. You must have a monkey shoulder with us one day. I wouldn't let you.
If he doesn't drink,
I wouldn't let you. Yeah. Which one did you like? Talisker, did you drink that?
Yeah, that was
you like
great.
Talisker?
Yeah. Yes, you drink beer, wine.
You've done it all. Do you think most people, once they've had that amount that they were allocated by God before they were born, they can stop? Because people can stop smoking at the right time. They have to want to do it, and it's a timing thing.
Do you know? I think so. I mean, you know what you say about humanity being greedy or what have you. Everyone's looking for something. Everyone's trying to fill a hole that they feel really deep inside on some deep level, and they just use different things to try and fill it. It might be sex or alcohol or smoking or drugs or football or billion infinite other things.
Well,
and sometimes you get to the point where you realize actually
it's not fixing it.
you're not going to fill that hole, so you just give up on that thing.
Oh, the other thing is, I say to people, don't have any children. Don't do it. It's not. Don't, just in case. Don't do it. Although I have 2 stepchildren and a daughter, when you've got them, it is a very special, wonderful bond. It must be chemical. I don't know what it is to have that. I've stolen your thing here. I'm doing the front. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that's like superhero. You've got the superhero flick at the front. This is Tom's invention.
Nice.
Doesn't do fuck all much in here, but every now and then he does something really great. He might be worth having around. I'm not sure.
Do you remember it was Lee Mack who said, "I always wanted 3 children. Now I've got 2. I wish I had 1."
I might be back. I think he's very quick. Say that again, because I can't
I
understand.
always wanted 3 children. Now I've got 2. I wish I had 1.
Oh. He's got a very quick brain. That guy. You see him on what's that program he does with David Mitchell? Yeah, that is a very, very good game. Oh, the other guy. Oh, he's fantastic. Really fun. Gone fishing. What's his name?
White House.
No, the other one. Mortimer. Was it Vic Reeves? Yeah, Mortimer. I think he's very, very funny. I like him. I like these. These slow burn. You can see the funniness in his eyes, and you can when he's doing it. Who's the other one? I like. I can never remember his name. He does Just a Minute. He's taken over. So laughing is great. Comedy is good. He's very dull.
Where's the soup?
With what?
He wears a suit. He's almost he comes across with a depressive outlook.
Jack D.
Thank you, Jack D. I love Jack D. And I think Jack D and the other one, they did set out to be comedians, I think.
Jack D was a teacher, wasn't
Quite a few of them were. Frankie Boyle was.
he? Yeah.
Ramesh, what's his name? He was.
was he?
Nathan, yeah.
Yeah.
And Greg Davies as well.
Yeah.
I like Greg Davies a lot. I thought he was very funny.
Teachers are all frustrated actors.
Yeah.
They're like acting in front of their classes all the time.
You have to be a good actor to be a good teacher. It's what you are doing a performance, and the children will listen to you via that performance. So, have we got any time to learn on this thing here? Or do you want to come back?
I don't mind if you want to do it now.
Yeah, get your phone ready then. You're right for that?
Yep.
So, we know how to switch it on and switch it off, generally.
Okay. That's
So-
a good start.
Where do we
It's
go
just editing.
next?
It's just editing. I videoed something, I went to edit it, and it put a block up in front of me and said, you can't do that. And I went, right, well, how do I go about doing it? And I searched all around the houses and I couldn't fucking do anything.
All right. So can I end the stream now?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you going to on this? End stream,
Yeah. Just like you do at the end of the day, right?
right?